No? Sobrang naramdaman ko. Talagang nag-iinit yung likod ko. Yung pala, nawakan ako ni Kuya Jun. God is with you. Yes, sir. Okay, so ang speaker natin tonight ay, ano ba siya? Bukod sa magandang lalaki, lamang siya ng isang tabo lang na paligo sa akin. Isang tabo, tapos isang Pacific Ocean. Isang buong Pacific Ocean ang lamang niya sa akin. Ang kapatid natin ay ating preacher dito, resident preacher natin. Siya po ay currently the first vice president po ata ng Smart Voyager, PLDT and Smart Group Company. Formerly country manager of the #1 network brand Cisco. Regional director din po ata. Sasabihin ko na kaya lang. Also, sasummarize ko na lang. Formerly from Microsoft, Oracle, Unisys, ano ba? Lahat, grabe. And awardee of Bill Gates Award, lahat yan, no? Lahat yan. So, brothers and sisters, please help me welcome our speaker for tonight. No one else but the good-looking Tep Misa.
Hindi niya sinabi, former sinner, still a sinner, ganyan-ganyan. Ewan ko kung saan-saan ito nagbabasa ng, ng profile ko. I think nag-research to sa LinkedIn. Sa susunod, Milbert, Kuya Tep na lang. Ha? Wala nang ganong intro. Who wants to be blessed tonight? Taas ang kamay! Ayan! Can you say to the person na katabi nyo, both sides, you look blessed tonight? Ayan! Blessed tonight! Diba? And then sagutin mo naman, sagutin mo, and you look talented. Sabihin mo, itsura mo pa lang, mukhang punong-puno ka ng talents. Yan. Diba? And speaking of talents, that will be our theme for tonight. My name is Tep Misa and I'm happy to be here. And as usual, meron na naman tayong bagong topic for tonight, which is the parable of the talents. And I named my talk, You've Got Talent. Right? Can you say to the person, You've Got Talent? Yan, yung mga kumakain dun sa likod, pwede ba sabihin nyo sa isa't isa, You've got talent. You've got talent. Yan. Hey, you've got talent. Do you have what it takes is the big question. Diba? With your talents, do you have what it takes? And I will answer this, we will all answer this question later on. Alright, are you ready? Yes. Ready, simulan na natin. Right. I have dissected this parable into 3 parts. Part 1 would be the story. Part 2 would be the key lessons. And then part 3 will be a special bonus regarding this parable. Okay? First, the story. I think many of you are familiar with the story. Tama? Okay, yes. So hindi na natin babasahin yung full text. Next slide, please. First and foremost, let's define what a talent is. Okay? Parang medyo ma-define natin, medyo Greek sa atin yung word na talent minsan sa Bible, The Hebrew word for talent is actually kikar. Can you say it? Kikar. 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 Right. It's a Hebrew word for a round gold or silver disc or a disc-shaped loaf. Diba? Right? So, however, the word talent used in the Bible came from the Greek word talenton. Can you say talenton? Talenton. Yan. It's a large unit of money which is equal to 6,000 denarii or 6,000 drachmas. Okay? Which is the Greek or Roman silver coins at the time. Okay? Yan ang talent. So if you actually compute what the talent is, kasi di ba dun sa story, binigyan niya ng 5 talents, 2 talents, and 1 talent. Let's go to the next slide. Okay? A talent, in short, was a large amount of money. Alright? So, 1 talent is 6,000 denarii. 1 denarius is 1 day's wage during the olden times. And 1 talent is actually 6,000 days of wages or 16 years of wages during that time. Alright? 2 talents is 32 years worth of wages of an ordinary worker. Alright? During the New Testament. And 5 talents is about 82 years worth of wages. Okay? So, when we're saying something like the talents here, or bags of gold, or bags of silver, it's a huge sum of money. Okay? This is nothing trivial. Gets? Gets. Okay, next slide. You see, Jesus has this habit of using the business world to share stories. Okay? And in this case, the kind of business concepts that he used is all about investments, risk, and return. Investment, risk, and return. Believe it or not, Jesus was already teaching about business during his time. It's all about investment, risk, and return. And then I also added the element of time. The element of time. Alright, isa-isahin natin. Investment, risk, return, and time. First, investment. What's an investment? Very simple. It's money, or during that, in the parable, it's talents entrusted to you. You know, even in today's world, what's an investment? You know, any amount of money, sum of money, resources that you have, skills that you have, all right, proficiencies that you have, that's talents. Okay? And the idea is, when you have talents, when you have money, when you have resources, when you have skills, alright, the idea is for you to unleash it to the world and make it grow. Make it grow for you. Alright? That's the very concept of an investment. You have something, you want to make it work for you, you want to multiply it, and make it work for you and everyone else that you want to share it to. Gets? Alright. Investment. Next is all about risk. What is risk? Risk, in very layman's terms, means putting it out there. Putting it out there. Risking. Risking meaning, I'm investing it, gagamitin ko to sa negosyo, ipaglalaban ko, ipapamahagi ko, and so on and so forth. And the reason why it's risk is because you can get the returns that you want from risking it, or you may lose the returns. In fact, pwedeng magdoble yung ininvest mo, pwedeng magtriple, pwedeng mga lahate, pwede ka rin malugi, pwede rin mawala. Okay? It's both positive or negative when you put it out there, whatever you risk. Okay, next. 3 is returns. Returns or rewards. Okay? What's a return? Very simple. In the case of the parable, it's either you double your money, you double the talents, or you lose it all. You double your money, you triple your money, whatever the multiplier is, or sometimes you can even lose it all. Okay? That would be the return. So we've defined investment, risk, and return. Next is the element of time. Time, in my opinion, is your best friend. When you're investing, the longer it takes for you to invest your talents, your money, okay, the higher the potential returns. Right? If you are going to a bank, di ba? Or making or buying stocks today, and you will sell it tomorrow, the returns may not be great. But if you keep it 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, like, So your returns could be in the magnitude of hundreds of times or even thousands of times. Okay? So time is your best friend. So you should always be mindful of the time in the concept of business, when you're making investments, putting it out there, risking it out there, and looking at your returns. Okay? Maximizing your returns. You should mind the time and never ever waste time. Gets? Okay. Galing. Galing ng audience natin ngayon. Very bright. Very smart. Hindi ko masabing very the other tempo. Parang hindi swak eh. No? Very smart. Yan. Okay. Nasa smart building kasi tayo. Next. So, the story goes that there was this master who was going on a long journey. This is the parable of the talents. Okay? And what he did was he entrusted several talents to 3 men. Okay? So the first man, he gave 5 talents. The second man, he gave 2. And the third man, he gave 1 talent. No? Malalaking investments to. Para bang sinabi ni Don Jaime Sobel. Yan. O ni Fernando Sobel, o ipapamahala ko sa iyo yung bangko natin dito, ha? O ipapaalaga ko sa iyo yung ating real estate company, ha? Or ipapaalaga ko sa iyo yung ating malls. Parang ganun. Alright? Malaki yung pinagkatiwala dito, ha? Hindi ito parang konting pera lang. Okay? So, the story goes is that at once, as soon as receiving it, the first man who had 5 talents traded it immediately. Ginamit niya yung investment, yung talents na iniwan sa kanya. And garnered 5 talents na doble. The second man also, binigay sa kanya, mas maliit, 2 talents lang, di ba? Pero na doble rin niya, naging 4. Alright? And then, the third man, on the next slide, was lazy. He was so afraid and lazy, matatakotin siya doon sa master niya, masungit siguro, alright? Kasi sobrang galing nung master niya, na kahit daw hindi magtanim ng kung ano man dyan, may uusbong nakita, no? Ganun kagaling yung master. And he actually was so afraid, he buried the investment. At ang plano niya, pagdating ni boss, kaysa malugi pa ito siguro, yung iniisip niya, pagdating ni boss, ibabalik ko na lang yung pera niya. Buong buo, walang labis, walang kulang. Okay, that was the story. Pero hindi pa nagtatapos dyan. After a long time, the master comes back. Dumating na si Big Boss. Okay? You wicked and lazy servant. Sabi niya dun sa pangatlo. Kasi yung first man and second man, very good job. Great job. You doubled the talents that I left to you. The second man, very good job also. You doubled the talents that I entrusted to you. But the third man, the lazy man, the slothful man, na galing yung master, sabi niya, you wicked and slothful servant. You should have just even put it in the bank. And maybe when I come back, of course, there will be interest. But you were so lazy, you were a fool, binaon mo, you did not do anything about it. And because of that, what did the master do? Hindi lang siya pinagalitan, hindi lang siya sinermonan. Kinuha pa yung talent na 1 talent na iniwan sa kanya at binigay dun sa guy who had 5 talents. Okay, the guy who produced the most. And then, next, aside from that, the master casted out this worthless servant into the outer darkness where there is gnashing of teeth. Yun yung matalinghagang finale nitong parable na to. Pinanis siya. Okay? Pinarusahan siya. Pinalayas siya sa kaharian no master na yun. Okay, next. That was the story. Bilis lang, di ba? Madali namang intindihin, di ba? Oh, who wants to know the lessons about the parable of the talents? Taas ang kamay. Okay, sige. Lesson number 1. Two servants risk more, hence receive more. That's the first lesson. We have one servant who was given so much, 5 talents. Risked it out there and traded with whatever money he had. Bags of gold that he had. And doubled it. The second one, the same. These two guys risked more and received more. Next, lesson number 2. One servant was so afraid, was so lazy, played it safe. He played it safe. And what happened to him? He lost it all. He lost it all. Hindi niya ginawa yung dapat, yung expectation sa kanya. He lost it all. Ikaw ba, magbaon ka ng pera sa ilalim ng kama mo ngayon? Meron pa bang gumagawa sa inyo nun? Wala na. Okay? Diba? Hindi mo na ginagawa yun. At least nasa bangko yung pera mo. But the interest rate is so tiny. What? 2%? 1% per year? You know, so what do you do? If you have extra money, you invest them in stocks, in mutual funds, you buy insurance with variable link investments, and so on and so forth. And you invest it over a long period of time, so 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years for your retirement and so on and so forth. And your money will work for you, it will grow. But you need time to make that happen, di ba? So matutuwa ang mga insurance agents sa mga statements ko yun. Kaya lang wala sila dito. Absent sila. Okay? Sana makakabenta na sila sana lahat sa inyo. That was the second lesson, di ba? He played it safe. Not only did he play it safe, he was lazy. He did not do anything with his talents. Okay, lesson number 3. God will entrust you with talents according to your abilities and give you more. Okay, in the first few lines of the parable, it says, the master gave talents to the 3 men, each according to his own abilities. Each according to his own abilities. In other words, the Lord knows, Lala, what your talents are. What I can entrust you with. The amount of riches and resources that I can bless you with. Okay? Iba yun sa talents na i-entrust ko kay Milbert. Okay? The Lord knows what talents, what resources, what skills and competencies I am going to endow on you para palakihin mo. Okay? Same with me and same with each and every person in this room. Diba? Si Sarah Geronimo, sobrang na-endow ng kagalingang kumanta. Di ba? Napakahusay kumanta. Di ba? Si Tenten at si Serena na-endow ng sobrang galing sa arte. Di ba? At kagandahan. Di ba? Oh, yun yung in-entrust sa kanila eh. Di ba? Sino nga yun yung recently namatay na composer, na Filipino composer na yung gumawa ng mga in-honor siya sa ABS-CBN last Sunday, ano? So, ang galing na composer, yung kumakanta pa siya, nakakagawa siya ng tunes. Yun, si Mang Levy, ano? Ang gaganda ng mga songs niya, in-honor siya, Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra and the Maestro, gumawa. Yun ang in-endow sa kanya. Hindi siya nagpakamayaman. Simple lang siya, regular siya, pero ang gift niya, music, and napalaki niya yung music niya, na pati yung mga Christmas songs, mga Pasko na naman, okay, tulid ng yung mga ganyan ng mga songs, sa kanya lahat yan. Grabe. Nakakakilabot nung ino-honor siya. Yun ang binigay sa kanya. So, ngayon, the other thing is, it's also when you are given to each according to your abilities. If you don't risk it, okay, tatanggalin naman sa inyo. If you don't do anything with the talents that the Lord gave you, Lala, and you, Milbert, and you, Kuya June, and you, Ronald, the Lord will take it away. Okay? Yan yung isa sa mga teachings na medyo hidden dito sa parable na to. Let's go to the next. Fourth lesson. This is the element of time. This is the element of time. The fourth lesson that we can learn from this parable is we all need to have a sense of urgency. The sense of urgency that the Lord wants us to have is to act now. Do something with whatever has been entrusted to you. Keep at it. Persevere. Just like the two men who doubled the talents entrusted to them. They were at it. Remember, the master came back after a long time. Okay? After a long time. The master came back. These phrases in the Bible are not here by accident or as a mere decoration to a sentence or a line or a truth. Every single word that you read in the Bible has a deep meaning. After a long while, it means the master expects that it will take a long time for you to nurture the talents, to grow the investments, to grow your skills, your competencies, whether it's in leadership, in management, in finance, in accounting, in being a lawyer, in being an entrepreneur, in being a manager, a salesman, a full-time housewife, and so on and so forth. It takes a long time. Alright? You're not expected by the Lord to immediately be the most brilliant speaker, the most brilliant preacher, the most brilliant worship leader, the most brilliant keyboardist, the most brilliant singer, the most brilliant employee, manager, leader of your company. It takes time. That is expected. Okay? But the good thing here is that you see also the word at once. Immediately. You will see this several times in the Bible, at once. When Jesus was walking doon sa pampang, sa tubigan, nakita niya sino? Si Simon at yung kanyang kapatid. In-invite niya na, come, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And what was the text in that line? How did they respond? At once, Simon and his brother dropped their nets and followed Jesus. Hindi na nagpaalam sa magulang. Hindi na kumuha ng damit sa bahay. Hindi na, may merienda lang ako, maliligo lang ako ha, tapos magbibihis lang ako. Hindi pa nga nila kilala tong taong to. Di ba? Yet, at once, he followed. Because they know it was the right thing to do. Because they have their gut feel that following this man is the right thing to do. And the Lord will plant those seeds in your hearts when you know it's the right thing to do. So at once, these guys traded with the 5 talents and the 2 talents that they had. This is what the Lord is asking each and every person in this room. At once, now. Not tomorrow, not 1 week from now, not 2 weeks from now. If the Lord wants you to take good care of your health, at once, do it now. I have been absent sa gym for 2 weeks. I have to go back. I need to mind the time and not waste time. And make sure that we, and you and me, do not fall into the trappings of work, of success, of our dreams and aspirations, and forget our health. At once, you need to do it. If somebody is being called deep in your heart to minister to your brother or your sister, or spend time with your mother or your parents whom you have not seen for the longest time, at once, do it now. If you're being called by the Lord to study the Word of God, to do your prayer time as soon as you wake up, at once, do it now. Do it quick. Do not be lazy putting off things. further and further lang. Gets? Alright. What is the biggest deception of the devil? Big question, big answer, that you have plenty of time. Brothers and sisters, this is the most subtle but the biggest lie that the devil will plant in your minds and in your hearts. Bata pa ako binata pa ako, pwede pa ako magloko, pwede pa ako mag-chicks, pwede ako mag-multiple casual relationships, pwede ako mag-multiple sexual partners, pwede ako, bata pa naman ako pwede ako magloko. Big lie. Okay? Nagsisimula pa lang naman ako sa buhay. Yung kinikita ko, siguro pwede ko munang i-enjoy. Pwede kong mag-shopping na mag-shopping. Mag-good time na mag-good time. Go to the bars. Treat ko yung mga kasama ko to make myself look good. And then take photos of all the activities that I'm doing. I'm going to the beach, I'm traveling, and so on and so forth. Para mailagay ko sa Facebook. Hello, Facebook. People. So that I can post about something about me, my life, my lifestyle, and so on and so forth. Bata pa naman ako Tsaka na ako mag-i-invest for my future family, and so on and so forth. Biggest lie. Tsaka ako naaaralin ang word ni Lord. Tsaka ako na lang siya kikilalanin. Bata pa naman ako Siguro pagka mga 60 years old na ako, 65 years old, doon na lang ako magbabago. Doon na lang ako mangungumpisan para pag siguro malapit-lapit na akong pumunta sa sumakabalang buhay, doon na lang ako magsasorry kay Lord. And so hopefully, sana naman, siguro naman, patawarin niya ako, makakarating ako sa langit kung may langit nga. Diba? Yan. Kaya ngayon, enjoy na lang muna ako sa buhay. Biggest lie. That's the biggest lie. You need to be careful when it comes to the deception of the evil one. Okay? Bagong kasal naman kami. Andun naman yung misis ko sa bahay. Siya naman ang nagtitake care sa aking mga anak. Kaya ako, mag-golf na ako mag-golf. Good time. Kailangan ko mag-climb sa career. And bahala na muna yung misis ko. 10 years na palang napapabayaan yung misis. Hindi na aluga, walang one-on-one time, walang quality relationship, walang quality caring and loving and so on and so forth until the family becomes set apart. Very subtle way that the devil will tempt you and break you apart. Magaling si Tanin. Hindi na siya frontal. Flanking on the side. In the guise of the good life. Good life na lang muna ako. Good time lang muna ako. I'm at the height of my career, or my finances, and my popularity and fame and fortune is growing. Tsaka na lang yan si Lord. Tsaka ako magkakaroon ng personal relationship kay Lord. Hindi na lang ako sasama sa invite sa akin ng invite. Punta sa Pathways Ortiga, sa Pathways Smart, and so on and so forth. Biggest. Next. Lesson number 5. You will see in this parable that life is truly unfair. Diba? Bakit siya unfair? Ang daming binigay dun sa isa, 5 talents, 82 years worth of a day's wages. Bakit yun? 82 years sa akin, 32 years lang. Yung 2 talents. Diba? At bakit yung sa isa, 1 talent lang? Diba? Unfair, no? Parang unfair, diba? Second, ang galing ng dalawa, na-doble nila yung talents, na-doble nila yung investments, tapos yung isa, hindi nag-grow, natakot, iisa na nga lang yung talent. Anong ginawa ng master? Buti sana kung pinagalitan na lang Huwag mo nang ulitin Magbago ka na. O sige, bibigyan pa kita ng isa pang pagkakataon para palaguin mo yung 1 talent na ipina-invest ko sa'yo, na palaguin mo, na in-entrust ko sa'yo. Hindi ganun yung nangyari. There's the cigarette and a dead man, a dying man, in the form of abo. Right? This is one of the award winners when it comes to an anti-smoking or stop smoking campaign. It's very similar to faith. If you cling to it, you lose it. We all know that the world is attacking our faith. There are so many challenges and difficulties and tribulations that the Catholic faith is, and the Christian faith is experiencing right now. It's truly under attack. Your faith will get stronger in the measure that you give it away. It will be wrong for somebody like you and me to keep our faith. So, are you a newbie in Pathway Smart? Are you a newbie in the renewal community? Bagito ka pa? Bago ka pa lang? Share your faith even if you're just new to Pathways, to the fees, to bukas loob and so on and so forth. Put it out there. You have to put it at risk. Do not privatize your faith. Do not cling on to your faith. Do not bury your talent, your faith in your heart and keep it to yourself. Because your faith will only grow as in the principle of business. When you risk it out there, you can double, triple, and multiply this 100-fold. Business, you want to double your money, you have to risk it out there and get hopefully double returns. The same with faith. You have to put it out there, risk it, so that your faith in God will grow, so that you will know God even more. If you cling to it, you will lose it. So, put your faith, go back, put your faith to some form of danger. What do we mean to some form of danger? Be open to ridicule. Be open to be ostracized. Be open to get criticized. Yang Tep Misa na yan, padasal-dasal pa sa Cisco. Every week, pag nagmamanko meeting, nagdadasal. Bawal yan sa ating company. Stand up. Take arrows. Put your faith on the line. I was asked to stop praying on my first year of my 5.5 year stint in Cisco. I was asked to stop praying in our company. I was called and investigated all the way to headquarters. Escalated to the chairman. To the worldwide vice president of HR. Calls me to a meeting, a face-to-face video live conference. And I had to explain, okay, your points are noted, you're asking me to stop and so on, so I have to defend the faith. Still, she asked me to stop praying. And I will not stop praying. Immediately after that meeting, we had a session with the management team and we continued to pray. And we prayed weekly and weekly and weekly until we grew our company threefold in 4 years. Because we were praying to God, we were praying for one another, we were praying for our employees, our partners, and our customers. And we were praying in public, in the office, Christians, Iglesia ni Cristo, Catholics, and so on and so forth. We were just praying for one another week after week after week, putting it out there, risking it. I play tennis. And I get invited to this club with so many rich people. And they would know that I am from Ligaya and so on and so forth. I said, I have to go home. I have a prayer meeting at home. We have dinner at home and so on and so forth. Prayer meeting? Talaga? With a smirk on their faces. So what do you do? Diba? Okay. It's okay. Don't mind it. Diba? Those are arrows coming at you. So what? Take one for the Lord. Diba? Prayer meeting. They would talk about, they have girls the other night and so on and so forth. magaganda, mga foreign, and so on and so forth. Ay ko, naku, di kami pwede dyan to risk it. Our prayer is that you find a concrete way where you can risk it. And when you risk your faith, brothers and sisters, just like the parable of the talents, you can grow it 2-fold, 30-fold, 60-fold, 100. Next. To end, hindi naman kayo sa summary. There's a few things that I'd like you to remember. Sa dami ng sinabi ko, siguro konti lang naman. Ito ang pabaon ko sa inyo. Okay? Hold it. 3 things plus 1. Okay? If there's 3 things that I'd like you to remember for tonight about the parable of the talents. I'm giving you a hint. 1 is a truth. 1 is a warning. 1 is a promise. And then bonus, 1 is a big lie. Ready na ba kayo? Okay, number 1. Click, okay. Click once. Truth. You've got talent. Okay, can you say with me, I've got talent?
I've got talent.
I've got many talents.
I've got many talents.
Yes, that is the truth. Each and every person in this room has talents. In the form of riches, abundance, not only financially, it could be emotionally, it could be physically. Its skills, its competencies, whatever you're good at, there is always something that you're very good at. That's a talent. Okay. Number 2, warning. If you keep it, you will lose it. If you keep your talents to yourself, if you keep God's resources entrusted to you to yourself, if you keep your faith, if you keep the Word of God to yourself, you will lose it. Very, very clear. This is Jesus' teaching, not mine, not from an economist. This is how the Word of God works. If you keep it, you will lose it. But the good thing is, there is a promise. And the promise is, if you risk more, you will receive more. Who wants to receive more? Taas ang kamay. Great. May dalawang ayaw mag-receive more. Kidding aside, if you risk more, get more. Right? If you risk more, you will receive more. And that's a promise. Not by Kuya Tep, not by Bishop Baron, but by Jesus himself. Okay. And for the bonus, be mindful of the big lie, which has something to do with time. The biggest lie of the evil one is that you've got time. You've got time. God bless you, brothers and sisters. And to God be the glory. We will now break up to small groups to discuss this, and the discussion starters would be, what do you think are some of the talents, resources, riches, skills, gifts that God has entrusted to you? Have you been keeping it? Would you risk it? How? Yan. Okay, yan ang question. It's okay to say, oh, I've been keeping it pala. May talent pala ako na mala Susan Boyle, ha? O mala Sarah Geronimo, ha? Okay, o mala Enrique Hill, ha? Ha? Ayan, so, if I've been keeping it pala, so maybe I should risk it by doing something like this or something like that. It could be in the world of business or work or arts or culture or hobbies, right?